There's something that is killing your sleep quality, something that we all do every single night. And this thing is waking up in the middle of your sleep. By experience, we all know that if we wake up several times during the night, then when we wake up, we don't feel really rested, right? We don't feel great at all, we feel exhausted. And I found something very interesting. A study that says in the conclusion that the physiological consequences of sleep disruption, waking up in the middle of your sleep, may be just as damaging as those from short sleep duration. So that's very interesting because we often focus way too much on sleep duration. But if you're lucky enough to sleep 8 hours per night, but you constantly wake up during your sleep, then your sleep quality may be just the same as someone who sleeps the whole night straight, but only 5 to 6 hours, right? It really shows us the crucial importance of sleep continuity, sleeping the whole night without interruption. And in this video, I'm gonna list the most common reasons why people wake up during the night, and I'm gonna give you the solutions so that you avoid those things and you sleep the whole night straight. Now let's start. The first reason why people wake up during the night is because you want to go to the restroom, right? So to prevent this thing, you should be drinking a lot of water, a bunch of water during the day, right? Because then it prevents you from being thirsty at night and it prevents you from urinating in the middle of the night, right? Plus, it's better for the kidneys to drink a lot during the day and not in the late evening or at night because the filtration of fluids is done by the kidneys and the kidneys function at their best within the first 10 hours after waking up. So ideally, try to drink the majority of your daily fluid intake within the first 10 hours after waking up. And according to science, you need approximately 2.4 liters of water, of fluids in general, which is approximately 81 ounces of water daily. So of course you can count tea, coffee, milk into your 2.4 liters of water daily. Therefore, we understand that for kidneys, it's better to drink within the first 10 hours after waking up in the first part of the day. And also, if you drink a lot during the day, like I told you, you're not gonna be thirsty at night, so you're not gonna drink at night and you're not gonna wake up during your sleep to go to the restroom. So try to drink a lot during the day. Now, the second reason why people wake up during their sleep is because of sleep apnea. You wake up during the sleep in the middle of the night and you're out of breath. You're looking for air. If that happens, it's because you're breathing through your mouth and you end up in a position, you're moving in your sleep, and you end up in a position where you can't breathe through your mouth. So you wake up, you're out of breath, right? Well, to prevent this thing, you should get the habit of breathing through your nose as much as possible. This way, you're not gonna have a sleep apnea and you're not gonna wake up during your sleep. Plus, breathing through your nose is actually way better for hormone productions because in your nose you have a whole system. You have nasal hairs, you have mucus, and they filter out pollutants. But you don't have those things, nasal hairs and mucus, in your mouth, right? So when you're breathing through your mouth, you're breathing the pollutants from the air, and then the pollutants affect hormone production, especially testosterone. So a simple way that almost no one talks about to boost your testosterone is simply to breathe through your nose. So to boost testosterone and to sleep better at night without interruption, breathe through your nose. Now sometimes it's a bit hard because it's something that we do unconsciously, so you don't really think about it, right? So what you can do is wearing a nose strip, is the thing that you put in your nose and that opens your nose and you breathe way more air. And another thing that is interesting is mouth taping. You see those guys that are putting a band of adhesive tape on their mouth before going to bed. So a simple way to both boost your testosterone and sleep better at night without interruption is to simply breathe through your nose. As much as possible, try to do it in your everyday life, even when you exercise. And the next reason why people wake up in the middle of the night is because of stress. If you have an important exam or an important appointment tomorrow and you're scared because you think you will miss your alarm clock or something like that, then you're stressed and you may wake up in the middle of the night because of that stress. Well, in that situation, of course, put several alarm clocks on your smartphone, on your watch, on anything you can so that you know that it's impossible for you to miss your alarm clock. And in your everyday life, try to be less stressed, right? Because if you wake up during the night because of that appointment, because of that exam, it means you're stressing out way too much. Whereas the sleep is a moment where you're supposed to recover, to rest. You're not supposed to be stressing at all when you're sleeping, right? So try to be less stressed in your everyday life. Try to practice calm activities that help people to reduce stress, such as praying, meditating, or reading, for example. And the best moment to do those activities is obviously before going to bed. And the last reason why people wake up in the middle of the night is because of the lack of sleep regularity. Obviously, if you go to bed at 4 a.m. and the next day you go to bed at 10 p.m., your brain, your circadian clock is completely lost. You're not able to know if it's time to get sleepy, if it's time to get alert, if it's time to go to bed, to wake up. So sleep regularity is the solution for that. I keep repeating this thing over and over again on all of my videos about sleep, but the solution to all your problems related to sleep is sleep regularity. It's the king, right? You struggle to fall asleep at night, then sleep around the same hours, right? You wake up in the middle of the night randomly out of nowhere, then sleep around the same hours. You don't feel great when you wake up, sleep around the same hours. Sleep regularity is the key, the solution to everything. And it has been suggested in a very recent study published in January 2024, so only a few months ago, that sleep regularity may be a better indicator for your overall health and for your longevity than sleep duration. So it's just like sleep continuity, right? We oftentimes focus way too much on sleep duration, but thanks to those studies, we realize that in fact, sleep regularity and sleep continuity are also crucial aspects of sleep, and you need to stop neglecting them. So try to sleep around the same hours every single day. That's the best thing you can do for your sleep. Now, if you apply those tips, you will drastically reduce the frequency of your sleep disruptions. But still, you may wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. But if you wake up once per night, there's no big deal. You just wake up to go to the restroom, don't worry. But if you wake up twice or even more consistently every single night, there's a big problem. And the tips I shared with you in this video are sure to come in handy. So if you apply them, you're going to reduce the frequency of sleep disruptions. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. You can leave a like if you did, subscribe to my channel as well, click the bell button, and I'll see you next time.